Hello.
Hello. Hi there. Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry, I'm late.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. I also get late sometimes. It depends
Uh,
on
uh,
the. Mhm.
I just
What
got
happened
up.
to you?
Yeah,
I just got up. I
yeah.
thought you just. Yeah. Anyway, you still look very fresh even if you just got up.
Okay, thank you very much. So,
So you're still
yeah.
alone at home, right?
Oh, yes, right. Alone.
Mhm. Mhm. I am wondering, do you know
Yeah.
your neighbors?
Uh, Actually, I have one neighbor because
Mhm.
my apartment have only one neighbor, and
Mhm.
then actually we don't talk each other very much,
Mhm.
but we just recognize each other.
That's normal nowadays.
Nowadays,
Yeah.
normal in Korea, especially
Mhm.
if you live in the apartment, that's very
Right.
normal. There
I
is
live in an
actually
apartment.
no communication or no relationship.
Mhm.
Mm.
So in your on that floor of the
Yeah,
building, it's a building,
yeah.
right? On that
Yes,
floor of the
right.
building, there are
Building.
only two apartment units. Yours.
Exactly.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I also live in an apartment unit. It's a
Mm.
shared house, but
Yeah.
I don't see the people living in other rooms because we're all workers,
Ah.
so we just go home to rest.
Okay. So different entrance or
No.
entrance is the
Same.
same, but a working time or there. Okay, I understand. When you
Yeah.
are awake, they just they are not at the room.
When I wake up, they are still asleep because I go
Uh,
out of the house early, and then when I go home, they're all inside their rooms. We don't see each
uh,
other.
yeah, so you have a time gap, different lifestyle.
Right. And
I,
nobody uses the kitchen a lot. Nobody stays in the living room.
uh,
Yeah, so when I have a message or when they wanna tell me something, they just leave a
yeah.
note on my door.
Uh,
Hey, this is what you have to pay for the electric bill, etc. Like
mm.
that.
Are they a couple or just are they
um,
couple?
in front of my room, the
Ah,
there are couples. There is a couple. In the
mm,
other rooms, siblings are
siblings.
occupying the other
Mm.
rooms.
Then you live alone or with your boyfriend?
I live alone.
Ah, you live alone.
I don't bring visitors in the house.
Then uh, you don't have any plan for marriage yet?
Not yet. Maybe in the future. I'm not sure if it's in the near future or far future, but definitely I would want to
Yeah.
marry. Just not now, because
Oh,
I,
then
I'm. Mhm.
yeah.
Go ahead.
What kind of house do you want to live when you get married?
I want to live in a small house. Um,
Uh,
yeah.
Small house, not
Mhm.
kind of apartment, just a small house.
Well, we don't call them apartments in the Philippines. We call them condominiums. If it's
Ah,
rent to own,
condominium. Yes,
yeah, so
right.
you're gonna
Hmm.
rent and then in the future you can own the unit, right? But for
Ah,
apartments, these are only rented out to people.
I understand.
Mhm.
So your normal life or
Mhm.
family, they just own their house.
Yeah, in my hometown, my relatives
Ah,
have their own houses because when I was younger, the prices of houses were not very expensive. It was
yeah.
easy to buy acres of land, and then sometimes, so luckily, unfortunately, when I was
Yeah.
younger, some people really needed money for emergency, so
Yeah.
they sold their houses at very cheap prices.
Ah, lucky.
Yeah, yeah, very lucky. So my aunt and
Yeah.
my aunts, my relatives just had to renovate the house, just
Ah,
fix a little bit.
yeah.
Mm, very cheap. I think the owner of the house got sick, so they didn't have a
Ah,
choice but to sell the house.
they need some money at the time.
Right, right.
Okay, I
Mm,
understand.
mm.
Mm.
Okay. So would you like to discuss another topic from your textbook?
Yes, for today I'd like to discuss about, okay, let me check the articles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. Number 138.
138. All right.
Yeah,
Let
why
me,
July is the most dangerous month to go swimming?
because it's very hot, I guess. Okay,
Maybe,
138.
yeah, we need
All
to
right,
check.
I got it.
Yeah,
Yes. So I'm guessing because it's hot, but I don't really know.
yeah.
Let's check first.
Okay, okay. May I read the article
Yes, please, if
before
you want.
starting? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just in time for swimming season, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, has issued a new report on disease outbreaks associated with swimming in rivers, lakes, and oceans. Between 2000 and 2014, public health offices in 35 states plus Guam reported a total of 140 disease outbreaks associated with swimming in untreated recreational waters, mainly at beaches and bodies of water in public parks. And research says these outbreaks led to 4,958 illnesses and 2 deaths. The vast, the vast majority of outbreaks with a confirmed cause were linked to gastrointestinal pathogens such as norovirus, Shigella, and E. coli. People typically get sick from these illnesses when they accidentally ingest water contaminated by fecal matter. Such contamination can happen through wastewater and then sewage runoff, flooding or someone defecting while swimming, the report says. Most of the remaining outbreaks were caused by parasites transmitted by birds present in recreational waters. Toxins and chemicals or harmful al- algal blooms. The report says the 2 deaths were caused by Negule- Negularia flori, a rare type of freshwater amoeba that enters the nose and destroys the brain tissue. The majority of outbreaks struck between June and August, and nearly 60% happened in July. Swimmers may be a lower risk of infection if they stick to well-operated, treated recreational water venues, the report says, although a prior report from the agency also de- details, detailed plenty of disease outbreaks that could be traced back to hotel pools, hot tubs, and other treated recreational waters. Those who choose to swim in untreated waters should use caution in those there are shallow, poorly circulation, overf- overcrowded, far from toilets and other hygiene facilities, or frequently by young children with no limited toileting skills. The report says swimmers should also steer clear of water that's discolored, smelly, foamy, or scummy, and avoid swimming after high rains or floods, according to the CDC. To reduce disease transmission, the CDC says people should avoid entering public waters if they are sick and do their best to avoid swelling water while swimming. Organizations that maintain swimming areas should also try to minimize the flooding and runoff contamination. Keep wildlife away from swimming areas as much as possible and regularly monitor aquatic bacteria levels, the CDC says.
Okay, so
Okay.
now we know the reason already why it's dangerous to go swimming in
Yeah,
July.
because of the lots of virus or bacteria that could
Mhm.
harm people.
Mhm. Okay. Actually, that's true. In summertime, there are
Yeah,
actually more bacteria thriving or growing in
yes,
different places because of the heat of the sun, right?
yeah, exactly.
Like the foods easily get spoiled when we don't put them inside the fridge in a cool temperature.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
and
So I
actually,
don't. Mhm.
yeah,
Go ahead.
actually, I'm scared of the this story
Mhm.
amoeba,
Mhm.
which
Amoeba.
amoeba, actually which
Mhm.
live in the fresh water. Actually,
Mhm.
the I heard the news before in America.
Mhm.
It's a very clean lake, and then two people swam there, and then
Mhm.
got infected by the amoeba.
Mhm.
So I think the water is very clean, and then no risk, or they didn't feel any dangerous situation.
Mhm.
But when they intake the
Mhm.
amoeba uh, ate their
Right. Mhm.
brain,
Mhm. Mm.
and
It
then
happens a lot.
finally, yeah, fine. Actually, it's only two cases, not very
Mhm.
often.
Mhm.
But when I think about it, it's very scary, and then I feel some, yeah, weird.
Mhm. Oh, okay. I see. Actually, in the Philippines, it happened a lot.
Oh, really?
So yes,
Oh,
because
the
we have
amoeba.
a yeah,
Oh,
because we have a very long rainy season, right? And then
ah,
the amoeba cannot only be found in the freshwater or
yeah.
flood, they can also be found in vegetables. Actually,
Ah,
there was
really?
also a case of two two beautiful women. They
Yeah.
died because of amoeba. They ate the vegetable. It was not cleaned well. I think
Oh,
they just poured water to clean the
yeah,
vegetable
yeah.
before cooking. It was not cooked well. Yeah, the heat didn't kill the bacteria well, so they
Oh.
ate it, and then after that they died from infection. Yeah.
Actually, I think it's not easy to live in the Philippines as a vegan.
Um, Well, it's not. I think it's not safe anywhere we
Yeah,
go. We have to be extra careful because if these things are present or popular in my country, in
yeah.
other countries they have other bacteria that we don't have in the
Oh.
Philippines.
Mm,
Yeah. So I also heard about this woman in America.
yeah,
She tried bungee jumping,
yeah.
and then unfortunately the rope was cut, so she
Ah,
fell.
terrible. Yeah,
She fell straight to the river,
yeah,
but her leg bumped into a stone,
yeah,
so she had cuts.
yeah.
The amoeba went inside her legs
Ah,
and ate the flesh, so they had to cut her legs.
terrible.
Yeah, mm,
Mm.
scary.
Yes, very scary.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I am afraid of, as a father of two sons, I'm always afraid of going to the swimming pool or beach with my
Mm-hmm.
kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to monitor and I have to watch there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, because I have a bad memory with
Mm-hmm.
this,
Mm-hmm.
early last year, my family went to Bali for
Mm-hmm.
for our vacation,
Mm-hmm.
and then we stayed at a private hotel, and then there we have a private pool.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as we arrived there, my kids and my wife really happy with the hotel room and the private pool,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to enjoy swimming there.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the room to prepare some swimming suit and then other tools for
Mhm.
uh for skin scuba for something like that, tubes
Mhm.
or other things.
Mhm.
And then I felt something weird, and then
Mhm.
went outside,
Mhm.
and then I saw my kids were in the pool, and
Mhm.
then were they they moved like
Mhm.
weird.
Mhm.
They hold each other and jumped. I
Mhm.
just saw that just in second,
Mhm.
and then I realized something happened, and then
Mhm.
I ran to them, and I found them. They fall in the pool.
Mhm.
Actually, the footsteps is deeper than their height,
Okay.
and then I flew out them
Mhm.
immediately,
Mhm.
and fortunately, they jumped in the pool, and actually they didn't get hurt at the
Okay.
moment, but they
Mhm.
were really surprised, and then also my wife was
Mhm.
surprised because
Mhm.
at the moment my wife just checked the schedule with her cell phone,
Mhm.
and she didn't recognize that.
Mm.
So
Okay.
rate, if I
Mhm.
was rate a little bit more, then
Mhm. You
there
would
was
have drowned.
something happen. Yes, right.
I
So
see.
yeah,
Mhm.
after that, I always worry about them. And then whenever they go to beach or for water activity,
Mhm.
I always want them to check their bus, safe, safe bus, safe
Mhm.
vest.
Mhm. Yeah, the life jacket, right? To
Yeah,
be
life
to be
jacket.
safe. Make
Yeah,
sure that it's always on them or they wear it every time they are near the pool.
yeah,
Yeah, because just 1 minute of you being busy can put your children's life at risk. Actually, I've
yes,
seen
right, exactly.
many videos of
Yeah,
of that kind of accident
yeah,
on Facebook. The mother was
yeah,
actually just beside the pool with
yeah,
a baby, I guess 2-year-old baby, and
yeah.
then she was looking at her phone.
Ah,
Busy, she
yes,
was
yes,
busy
I saw
with her
that.
phone.
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
that YouTube
you
as
saw
well.
it.
Yeah,
Oh, and then the baby fell on the
yeah,
pool.
yeah,
And then no one noticed because they were
yeah,
all busy, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm, so sad.
Yeah.
Well, how about you? Can you swim?
No, actually not very well. I can
Mhm.
swim only 20 or 30 meters,
Mhm.
not very well. But
Mhm.
actually, actually I tried to learn swimming, but
Mhm.
actually that's not easy. As an
Exactly.
adult, I have
Mhm.
to spend lots of time regularly,
Mhm.
but and also I don't have a proper swimming pool near my apartment or near my house.
Mm. Okay. There
But
is
it's
no
just
resort where you can practice.
yeah. But actually, I think that's just excuse. That's just
Mhm.
excuse.
That's just
But
an excuse
yeah,
for.
I should have learned when I was younger.
Mhm. Mhm.
Then
But
what
you
about
didn't.
you? Can you swim?
Um. No, I can't. I was trying. I've been trying since I was younger, but I couldn't forget what my mother often told me when I was five
Yeah,
years old. Every time we go to the beach, I
yeah,
would try to swim at
yeah,
in the deep part of the water. My mother would call me, would scream
yeah.
and tell me, "Hey, come, come! Don't go far because you will drown. You will die. If you die,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, we will lose you." So I became very scared now. Every time I try,
Ah,
I'm very
yeah,
scared of drowning.
yeah.
Uh,
I think it's better than drone. It's better. It's better if you are afraid of the water and then don't want to go dangerous place.
yeah. Well, what I can do is, for example, this is the other end of the pool. I can
Yeah.
actually swim as long as I reach the other part. But
Ah,
if I lose air, I catch
without
my breath
resting.
and
Yeah,
yes, and I stop in the middle.
Yeah.
I cannot float. I don't know how to float, but I
Yeah.
can swim from here to there.
Ah,
Hmm.
without breathing,
Yeah, without breathing. But
breathing.
when I have to stop here, I will drown.
Ah,
Okay. But you know what they said? Um, in the Philippines, a lot
yeah.
of people are suggesting that swimming should be a part of our curriculum.
Yes,
Should
right.
be yeah, should be taught to children because this can be used in an emergency situation.
Yeah. Also,
Mm.
Philippines have lots of good beach and then lakes, beautiful beach, and then
Yes,
you are consists of thousands of islands.
7,000, I guess.
I heard more than 1,000.
More than, yeah,
Yeah, 1,000 islands.
7,000 if I remember
Seven,
right. Well, anyway, I'll check.
7,000. Huh?
I'll check later. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So you can be exposed on the lots of cases for water activities.
Yes, and not only that, those activities can be avoided. You have a choice whether or not to try. But
Yeah,
when flooding happens suddenly
yeah.
during a strong typhoon, and then suddenly
Ah,
the water
yeah.
in the river or
Mm,
dam goes up, yeah,
mm.
we don't have a choice but to swim. If I can't swim, I will also die.
Yeah, that's necessary. Mm,
Yeah. So there was one case. My cousin's house um, is actually located near the river.
yeah,
So it was raining heavily. The water in the dam went up.
yeah.
So the
Ah,
government had to open it to release some water, but
yeah.
the water went straight to the river. So there
Ah,
was flooding.
yeah,
My cousin's house
yeah,
was filled with water.
yeah.
Here, the water went
Ah,
up to the roof.
yeah. Almost the house is drowned.
Yeah.
Drowned.
So
Yeah,
they had to go up here, and
yeah.
then there were some officials rescuing people using the boat, but only a few people can ride. So what my
No.
cousin did, she swam.
Ah.
Yeah. Good thing she knows how to swim, or else
Mm. Now
she would be
she
dead
she
by
she
now.
she's okay. Then what about the
She,
house now? They lost the
the
house or
No, the house is still there, but every year there's flooding, so
ah
it's slowly getting damaged because of the water, you know.
oh,
That.
I understand.
Is your place safe from any natural disaster?
My place? Uh,
Mhm.
I think so. Actually, in Seoul, many apartments is
Mhm.
well located at in
Uh-huh.
the safe place.
Oh, okay, that's wonderful. So, why did you choose to buy a unit in that area? I mean, what do you like about your apartment unit? When
Uh,
you were looking for a house,
yeah.
what
Uh,
factors made you choose that house?
the first factor is school area. My wife
Mm.
is thinking about the good school and then good neighborhood for
Mhm.
my kids' education.
Mhm.
So I think this district is a very good school area, school district.
Mhm.
And then second is it's a new apartment, new built apartment, and then it has good and lots of new facilities.
It's a newly built apartment. That's good.
Yes, right. We have our apartment complex
Mhm.
has our own coffee shop and gym and
Wow.
other good facilities.
Oh, that's wonderful. So I heard the higher the floor is, the
Yeah,
more expensive the apartment unit is. Is that true?
yeah. Normally, yes,
Uh-huh.
right.
Oh,
If
I
you
see.
live in the 30-story apartment,
Uh-huh.
the 22, 28 stories are the most expensive floors, but top floors is not very expensive because top
Oh.
floors usually hotter than other place, and
Right.
hotter during summer season and
Mhm.
colder during winter season.
Yeah, right, right. If if well, how about you? On what floor do you live?
I live in the 18th floors.
18th. Oh my gosh. That's very high.
Yeah, but if you live in the 18th floors,
Uh-huh.
the scenery is really good.
Beautiful. I know. I can
Yeah.
imagine. However, what
Mm.
if the elevator doesn't work?
Uh,
Have you tried it?
Not yet, but that could be
Ah.
very, yeah, annoying and then, yeah, that could be
Exactly.
terrible.
I can't imagine walking from the first floor
Yeah, yeah,
up to the 18th
true.
floor.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I see.
Time is already up.
Yes, time is
So,
already up, so
so
thank
yeah,
you.
I hope to
Thank
see you
you.
again.
Yeah, I hope to see you again. Have a wonderful Wednesday. All right?
Okay. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.